probably ammo. But let's get started. I'm back in the abyss. Our big chunk of old colonial New Hampshire ground, where it's kind of different. So, a couple videos ago, I was out here, up that way, where the improved land ended. Well, I'm beyond where it ended right now. And I was thinking about, there were relics in the general area. And I just thought about it a lot. And really wanted to kind of continue on where I left off. Yeah. Old Shotgun Willie. To be expected, right? Right. So again, up there, relics. Heading in this direction, the next two closest old home sites are 15-minute walks. That way, that way. There's a void. There's a null. I want to know. I want to swing, see if we find anything in the middle of what just gets progressively worse. It's hilly and such. But I haven't done it, and that's why we're doing it. It may be a lot of walking and swinging over quiet today, but oh, there's nail iron. Actually, that's a lot of nail iron. That's the whole point. If you keep going where you know things are, there's no point. Exploration is key. And see, even just hearing that is intriguing for, again, where we are. I've been walking around long enough to have warmed up. So there is that wild satisfaction when you go detecting in an area where you don't expect to hear sound, and you hear sound. Even if it is Willie. It's still that, whoa. And it has, it's been pretty much quiet with the exception of a nail here and there, which is always mind-boggling on its own. Doesn't matter where you go. There's old nails in the ground. Alright, where'd you go? Yeah, it's Willie. Number 2. So out here, there's these small little sections where they cut. Just selective cut, couple acres, here and there. And you gotta go through them because, well, you really can't tell too much of what it used to be like. But look at that right there. That looks like a pile of field stones to me. In this, and obviously if you look in any direction, you really can't see until you walk through it. And this is exactly why out here is so intriguing. Little bits and pieces, clues, parts of the puzzle that you really have to look for. That is 30 feet, unless it continues on and I just can't see it, but it definitely does not in that direction. So that goes down to the brook. They were working over here, or at least sending them from that direction. These are the things that mean something. This is exactly what we're looking for. We may not find anything in here, but we're gonna try. Again with the nails, and with about a 50-foot gap, another pile. So they didn't even get around to building a wall out of it. Oh God, it's a bottle cap. I was hoping with that sound it was going to be an iron buckle or a shoe or something, but a bottle cap. I was just up in there where it was cut recently. I dipped into the tree line, into the woods, to see what it probably looked like before they cut it in the last couple decades, just to give me an understanding. So this is probably what it looked like right where we were just detecting. It's decent ground. It's not worked, but kind of have the curiosity to see if there's any piles of field stones out here. All for curiosity's sake. Big chunk of iron all the way out here, pinpointer deep. Things that make you wonder. Let's hope that's interesting. Oh, look at that. I think it's a button. It is. It's a 4-hole sewing button. Mission accomplished. And in the void. So you have to think, in the grand scheme of it all, through all the centuries, and typical with the abyss out here, a family could have settled, gave it 20 years, and then left. And that's why we see so much that is just incomplete, little patches, and a thing here and there. But that's 2 items back here. The chunk of iron, whatever that was, and a button. So, proof. That and the obvious piled field stones. That's awesome. Nails. Big chunk of iron. it's a piece of that. But at least there are things out here. Probably another one. Yep. As I walk along, I am hearing nails, but look at that. How's that for a collection? And being, you know, mid-tone, 50s, 60s type signals, all of them to one button, which the button actually rang up really high. That's still a lot of plugs. So no doubt it answers the question of, were people out here doing things? Yes. Multiple generations. That's wild. So, at this point I'm walking logging ruts. That's it. Keep hearing a nail here and there and digging them. Okay, last one, because I just walked the logging ruts almost completely out. What a day. So, at least what I wanted to do today was achieved by getting out again into the voids, the nulls, and finding where people were. I found the piles of stacked rocks, because that's the most convincing. And this is no idea, but it ain't Willie, which I'm glad to not see him at this point. Alright, well, thanks for joining me. We'll do it again soon, and I'll see you next time.